Attraction can be subtle, and when a woman is interested in someone but doesn't want to make it obvious, her behavior might seem confusing. Often, women will try to mask their true feelings, leaving men to wonder if there's something more beneath the surface. In this video, we'll break down 12 crucial signs that a woman likes you but is attempting to hide it. Understanding these signs will help you navigate relationships with more clarity and confidence. Sign 1: Mixed signals and contradictory behavior. One of the first signs that a woman may be interested in you but is trying not to show it is her tendency to give off mixed signals. This means she might be warm and engaging one moment but distant the next. One day she might seem very interested, laughing at your jokes, making eye contact, and touching your arm, but the next day she pulls back, appearing cold or aloof. The reason behind this inconsistency often lies in an internal struggle she faces. On one hand, she feels attracted to you, but on the other she's hesitant to let her emotions be fully known, either because of fear of rejection, a desire to maintain a certain image, or simply not being ready to commit emotionally. If you notice her sending these mixed signals, it's a strong indication that there are feelings beneath the surface, but she's trying to keep them in check. Understanding this behavior requires patience. Instead of responding emotionally to her shifts in attitude, it's important to remain calm and consistent. She's likely testing the waters to see how you'll react and if you'll chase or pull away. The key here is balance. Don't chase after her when she becomes distant, but also don't completely ignore her. Stay centered and let her come to you. Sign 2: Attention to details. Women often express interest in subtle, nonverbal ways. One of the most telling signs that a woman likes you but is trying not to show it is her attention to detail. She remembers small things about you: your favorite coffee order, a story you told weeks ago, or your preferences when it comes to hobbies or interests. Even though she's trying to hide her emotions, she can't help but show care through attentiveness. Paying close attention to someone's preferences is a strong indication of interest, especially when these details aren't particularly significant to anyone else. This behavior is her way of staying connected to you without making her feelings obvious. You'll notice that she might bring up things you've mentioned in passing, which not only shows she's been listening but also indicates she's internalizing those details. While she might try to play it cool, these little gestures of attentiveness reveal her deeper emotional investment. If you see her doing this, recognize it for what it is: a sign that she values you and your thoughts, even if she's trying to keep her feelings under wraps. Sign 3: She mirrors your body language. Mirroring body language is a powerful and unconscious form of communication. When someone is attracted to another person, they naturally begin to mimic their gestures, posture, and movements. This mirroring creates a sense of connection and rapport, even if the person doing it isn't fully aware of their behavior. If a woman mirrors your body language, whether it's the way you cross your arms, lean in, or even how you position your legs, it's a subtle but clear indication of her interest. The key here is to look for patterns over time. If you notice that she consistently mirrors your movements during conversations, it's a strong sign that she's drawn to you on a subconscious level, even if she's consciously trying to hide it. Mirroring can extend beyond just physical gestures. You might find that she starts to adopt some of your speech patterns or interests. For example, if you mention a book or TV show you like, she may bring it up later, showing that she's invested in finding common ground with you. This behavior is her way of aligning herself with you, even if she's not ready to admit her feelings outright. Sign 4: She teases you or engages in playful banter. Teasing and playful banter are often misunderstood as disinterest, but they can actually be a form of flirting when done in a light-hearted manner. If a woman frequently teases you or engages in witty, playful conversations, it's often her way of testing the waters without making herself too vulnerable. Playful teasing allows her to connect with you while maintaining a safe emotional distance. It's a form of flirting that keeps things light, but if you pay close attention, you'll notice that there's often a deeper meaning behind her jokes. She's interested in you, but doesn't want to come off as too serious or direct about her feelings. The key to responding to this kind of interaction is to tease back in a respectful and fun way. Playful banter can build chemistry and help break down emotional barriers. Just remember not to take her teasing too personally. Often, it's her way of masking her true feelings, especially if she's trying to appear cool or disinterested. Sign 5: She shows signs of nervousness around you. A woman who likes you but is trying not to show it will often exhibit signs of nervousness or anxiety when you're around. She might fidget with her hair, avoid prolonged eye contact, or stumble over her words. These signs of nervousness stem from the internal conflict she's experiencing. She wants to impress you and is worried about how she comes across. In some cases, nervousness can manifest as overcompensation, where she tries to appear overly confident or indifferent. However, if you notice her nervous energy during your interactions, it's a good indication that she's more emotionally invested than she's letting on. Responding to this behavior with patience and understanding is key. If she's nervous, it's likely because she cares about how you perceive her. By creating a comfortable and safe environment, you can help her relax and feel more comfortable expressing her true feelings over time. Sign 6. She frequently tries to bump into you. One of the most telling signs that a woman likes you but is trying not to show it is her frequent presence in places you wouldn't expect. Whether it's coincidentally running into you at social events, showing up at spots you frequent, or finding excuses to be around you, she's likely orchestrating these random encounters as a way to get closer to you without appearing too obvious. These encounters give her an opportunity to interact with you without having to make the first move. If you notice that she seems to be around you more than usual, or that she's suddenly taking an interest in places or activities you enjoy, it's a strong sign that she's trying to stay in your orbit while maintaining plausible deniability. For example, she may start showing up at the gym you go to, frequenting the same coffee shop, or even attending events you both know about through mutual friends. This isn't just about coincidence, it's often a calculated effort to cross paths with you more often. What's important to note is how she acts during these encounters. Does she act surprised or casual when she sees you? Does she make an effort to engage in conversation, even if it's brief? These little details are signs that her presence is intentional and that she's trying to find subtle ways to be closer to you without appearing desperate or obvious. Her goal with this behavior is to stay on your radar and create opportunities for interaction, hoping that you'll pick up on the connection and reciprocate. If you're interested, take the opportunity to start conversations or invite her to join in on whatever you're doing. If she's orchestrating these bump-ins, it's because she wants you to notice her, but she may not want to make the first move. Sign 7. She engages in social media stalking. In today's digital age, social media can reveal a lot about someone's interests and feelings, even if they're trying to hide them. If a woman likes you but is trying not to show it, she might engage in what can be called social media stalking. This doesn't mean she's being obsessive or creepy, but it does mean she's keeping an eye on your online activity, liking your posts, or viewing your stories consistently. Even if she's trying to keep her feelings under wraps in person, her online behavior might betray her true emotions. You might notice that she's one of the first to watch your Instagram stories, or that she's liking old photos you posted weeks or even months ago. If she comments or engages with your posts in a subtle, flirty way, it's often a sign that she's interested but doesn't want to make it too obvious. Another clue is if she starts posting things that seem tailored to catch your attention. For instance, if she knows you're into a particular hobby or interest, she might start posting about it, whether it's a new book, a sport, or something she knows you'll respond to. This is her way of signaling that she's paying attention to what you like and is trying to engage with you on your level without explicitly saying she's interested. To gauge her interest, pay attention to how often she interacts with your content compared to others. If you see a pattern of consistent engagement, especially on older or less prominent posts, it's a good indication that she's invested in what you're doing. However, because she's trying not to show her feelings openly, this behavior may remain subtle unless you dig a little deeper. Sign 8. She becomes jealous or protective. Even when a woman tries to hide her feelings, jealousy can sometimes reveal her true emotions. If she likes you but doesn't want to admit it, she may show signs of jealousy when other women are around or when you talk about being interested in someone else. This can manifest in subtle ways, like a shift in her mood, short or sarcastic comments, or even playful teasing about your interactions with other women. For instance, if you mention another woman, she might brush it off with a laugh, but you'll notice her tone shift or her body language change. Maybe she crosses her arms, avoids eye contact, or suddenly seems disinterested in the conversation. These are small signals that she's uncomfortable with the idea of you being interested in someone else but doesn't want to show it outright. Sometimes, this protectiveness can extend beyond jealousy and show up in more subtle ways. She might give you advice about relationships or warn you against certain people under the guise of looking out for your best interests. But deep down, This is a way for her to stake her claim and subtly communicate that she cares about who you're spending your time with. If you notice this kind of behavior, it's a strong indication that she has feelings for you, but she's afraid of being too direct or vulnerable. The key is to observe her reaction when you talk about other women, and how she behaves when you're around other potential love interests. Even if she tries to hide it, jealousy often speaks louder than words. Sign 9. She engages in light physical touch. Physical touch is one of the most telling signs of attraction, even when someone is trying to be discreet about their feelings. A woman who likes you but is trying not to show it will often engage in light, seemingly innocent touches during conversations. She might brush her hand against yours, touch your arm while laughing, or lightly pat your shoulder in a friendly way. These gestures, though subtle, indicate that she's comfortable with you and wants to create a physical connection without making it too obvious. What sets this kind of touch apart is the frequency and context. If she's always finding little excuses to touch you, whether it's fixing your collar, brushing something off your shirt, or playfully nudging you, it's a sign that she's trying to create intimacy. Touch is a powerful way of signaling interest without having to verbalize anything, and it often happens on a subconscious level. The key here is to observe whether she touches other people in the same way. If she's generally touchy with everyone, it might just be part of her personality. However, if you notice that she's particularly physical around you, and not as much with others, it's a good indication that she's interested but trying to keep her feelings under control. Responding with light touches of your own can help her feel more at ease, signaling that you're open to her advances, even if she's trying to be subtle. Sign 10. She makes an effort to look her best around you. A woman who's interested in you will often go out of her way to look her best when she knows she'll be around you. Even if she's trying to play it cool, you might notice that she dresses up a little more, pays extra attention to her appearance, or puts in more effort than usual when you're meeting up. While she might not openly admit that she's doing it for you, these small changes in her appearance are a sign that she's trying to impress you without making it too obvious. This doesn't mean she's wearing extravagant outfits or doing anything overly flashy. It could be as simple as wearing her favorite perfume, doing her hair differently, or picking clothes that she knows you've complimented before. Even though she's trying to maintain a casual demeanor, her attention to detail in her appearance is often a reflection of how much she values your opinion. Pay close attention to these subtle changes in her style and grooming. If she seems to make more effort when you're around, it's likely because she wants you to notice her in a romantic way, even if she's not saying it outright. Complimenting her appearance in a sincere, thoughtful way can also give her the confidence to be more open about her feelings over time. Understanding the subtle signs that a woman likes you but is trying not to show it can be a game changer in your relationships. These signs are often hidden in plain sight, masked by fear of rejection or the desire to maintain a sense of control. By paying attention to her behavior, body language, and interactions, you can begin to see the truth beneath the surface. If you notice a woman displaying several of these signs, it's important to approach the situation with patience and confidence. Don't rush to confront her about her feelings, but rather create a space where she feels comfortable being herself around you. Sometimes, the strongest connections come from allowing things to unfold naturally. Remember, the key is not to overanalyze every action but to recognize consistent patterns over time. Action can be complex, and often it's the unspoken signals that tell the most powerful stories. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content on relationships, stoicism, and human behavior. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.